What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you with another edition of Bardo's Breakdown. Hope all's well. I'm refreshed. I took a couple weeks off before the start of the college basketball season, which is just right around the corner. And I wanted to come on here to explain that there is some new information from the NCAA that was released today by David Warlock. He is the PR head of the NCAA, and he sent out an email describing what is going to happen with March Madness. And it's quite interesting because I think when you look at it, it makes a lot of sense. And basically what the NCAA is going to do is they're going to have the whole tournament, all 68 teams, in the Indianapolis area. The Final Four was scheduled to be in Indianapolis this year anyway. Indianapolis, in my opinion, is the best city in the country at hosting these large events. Their city planners did an excellent job of laying out the city in a way that embraces Super Bowls, Final Fours, national championships at NCAA level. They have enough hotels. They have enough restaurants. They have enough support systems in place that can handle something like that. So, I think they would probably incorporate the use of IUPUI, probably Indiana University, Butler University, and some other venues that are in the Indianapolis area that are not far. Bloomington, home of University of Illinois, is about 35 to 40 minutes outside of Indianapolis. So don't be surprised if Bloomington or Indiana University's Assembly Hall is used as a site for the NCAA tournament. And I think this is really smart because this is going to be the only way that you're going to be able to really try to have something that resembled what the NBA did. Major League Baseball was able to do it with their playoffs. So the fact that the NCAA is, doing this, I think is great because when you look at it, it really comes down to this: player safety, the logistics of everything, and COVID, the way that it's going right now. We all know that it's raging. The numbers are going up. There is hope for a new vaccine, but we don't know how effective that will be, and we don't know when that will come about. And so I think this is a really good decision by the NCAA. Their home office is in Indianapolis. It gives them a test, a dry run, so to speak. It's not a dry run. It's not a test. It's for real. But moving forward, if we have virus situations like we're having right now, I think it's a good idea that they get a chance to see how many schools, how many venues they need to procure, the logistics, bringing people in and out. The testing can be done in a much better fashion if things are associated around the Indianapolis area. So I really like the decision that's going on. I think when you look at, college football and NFL, and the fact that, it's almost impossible to bubble football. It's too big. There's a lot of people involved on each team. I mean, each school probably has about over 100 people, including players, coaches, support staff, medical staff. You have to travel so many different people. And so football is really difficult to kind of corral in this scenario. But for me, college basketball, this is a great thing. And so I tip my hat to the NCAA for making this decision. I hope that we can have an NCAA tournament. We didn't have one last year. I know that the operating revenues of the NCAA are heavily dependent on March Madness. And so it's critical that the NCAA does everything they can in order to pull this off safely. And to me, when you look at what's going on, when you look at the landscape, this is about as safe and controlled of a setting, because March Madness is huge, as you all well know. But this is about the best, in my opinion, setting that they can do to bring about a safe and still fun March Madness. March Madness is still what it is. The fans make March Madness what it is, right? So unless something drastically changes, the venues will be empty, but the viewership should still be there. The fan support from the media side, from watching the games, from being involved, should still be there. So you haven't heard me congratulate the NCAA very often, because philosophically I'm at odds with a lot of what they do. And there was legislation that came out as well about the name, image, and likeness. And now I'm going to get at the NCAA a little bit. I'm going to come out with a video shortly around some of the words that Charles Grantham used. Charles Grantham is a sports law professor at Seton Hall University, former NBA Players Association head. And he had some very poignant words from the NCAA and really broke it down. And, with the name, image, and likeness. And so make sure you see that coming soon. What's up, Octavia? How you doing? Octavia, I hope I can get to Indy. I hope we get there. It's not a definite. It's not for sure. But I sure hope that we can get there. Y'all like my new backdrop? Since I'm using StreamYard, which is the bomb, the Bardo's breakdown is up there, so I don't need the backdrop. But I thought you all might like to see Lou Henson and Kendall Gill every time I come up. So I'd like to give a tribute to Coach Lou Henson, who passed away recently, was our college coach. Me and him didn't always see eye to eye when I was playing for him, because I was an immature young man trying to figure things out. But he really imparted a lot of wisdom on me and Kendall Gill, Nick Anderson, Kenny Battle, Lowell Hamilton, PJ Bowman, Larry Smith, Irvin Small, Andy Kaufman, and all the other teammates that we had. And 2020 has been very, very difficult. We've lost some great people, and Coach Lou Henson is one of them. So I thought it would be telling and appropriate that every time I go live now that Lou Henson is up there, that you all can see him. And then you can also see my boy, Kendall Gill, Marcus Liberty's up there. Let me lean this way. Kendall, Irvin Small, me, and PJ Bowman, our senior year. That was our senior picture. So just something different. And the condor on the defensive end, somebody sent me this picture. It's black and white, so it probably doesn't show up very well. But my arms are stretched out playing defense and moving. So I thought this would be a nice thing to add, because this StreamYard situation is really strong. So I'll be coming to you throughout the season with daily updates on the Big Ten and Big East college basketball. I'll still be doing Bardo's breakdown around the NBA. And so, just coming to you guys, feeling good, got my skin colored back with some sun, and the hair will be dark very, very soon. My first game, I think, because we still don't have a schedule, that I don't understand. And I'm criticizing whoever does the Big Ten schedules or whatever, because we don't have a schedule. So I don't know what games I'm doing. The only game I know that I'm doing is Notre Dame at Michigan State. That will be Saturday, November 27th to 28th. So I do know that I'm doing that. That's on Fox. Notre Dame at Michigan State. That's the first game I know that for sure that I'm doing. Everything else is still up in the air. I mean, we're 9 days out. We don't have a schedule. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because, I'm having to ride this out as well. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope your families are safe. You guys know that I say this every time that I go live. Please take care of yourselves. Please check on your loved ones. The suicide rate has jumped over 200%. And I'm talking to friends of mine that I've heard of people that they know, mentees, younger people are really struggling right now. So if you got younger people in your circle, in your family, reach out to them. And don't let them give you the status quo response. Really talk to them. Push them to tell you how they're feeling. Because young people have a sense when they're dealing with adults like us, they'll tell you what they think you want to hear. And so that you won't push and get to how they're really feeling. But if you can get past that first layer of defense that young people put up, they'll share with you because they know you care. So reach out to not only young people, but just everybody in your circle, because this is a trying time. And the fact, now Chicago has a 30-day stay-at-home order, which really means if you have to go out, you can, but they want you to stay inside. So we have further social isolation. So this mental health piece is critical, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't take light of this. Please don't take light of this. Even if you're friends, even if you've got grown men who act tough and act hard, people are struggling. People are struggling. The media doesn't talk about it. They're not going to talk about anything that's real. I know because I'm in the media. They don't talk about anything that's real. And I wish they would really highlight what's going on with people. The presidential situation will take care of itself. These people that run small businesses, they're struggling. They're trying to find a way to keep their businesses open. They're trying to find a way to feed their families. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you don't hear anything I said today, reach out to those people that mean the most to you, that are in your circle, because it can make the difference between somebody taking their life, somebody killing themselves, or somebody being like, you know what, people actually do care for me. And the phrase that I want you guys to share with people, this too shall pass. Whether you're having a great day, whether you're having a crappy day, this too will pass. Please pass that message on to your loved ones, your friends, and the people that you know, even your work colleagues that maybe you haven't thought about. Or do like I do. I've been doing this all pandemic long. If somebody comes up in my mind, you know how you just going about your day and somebody pops up in your mind? I try to call them or text them immediately. I don't wait unless I'm doing something like this. I don't wait. Call them immediately. Text them immediately. Email them immediately. Because more than likely, the reason they came up in your mind is because they need something. They need to hear from you. You guys have a great day. I've got a NBA, the 2020 NBA draft is Wednesday. I have a show on Bardo's Breakdown on Facebook, on my Facebook page. Make sure you go check that out. I've got Tracy Abrams is going to be my co-host, former Illini great. He's going to be my co-host. So we're going to break down the NBA draft on Wednesday on Bardo's Breakdown. Okay, so if you haven't gone on and joined the tribe on Bardo's Breakdown page, go over there and follow the page. Hit the notification so you know when these videos come up, and we're going to have a great, great time. All right? Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Reach out to the people you love. Peace, y'all.